everyone, this is a follow-up video to my packing for 2 weeks in the fall in Europe video. A lot of you asked about this vest. This is a SCOTTeVEST. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just going to tell you my honest opinion about this vest. I purchased about 5 vests from Amazon, and this is one of those vests. And I wanted to try out vests that basically had a lot of pockets for travel, because on my last trip to Europe, I had a denim vest that had very large pockets on the side that I wore a lot, and I really liked it. I found it to be very functional to have these big pockets on the side of the vest. And so it got me thinking about, hey, I wonder if there is one that would be more secure. And this one just blew all of the other ones away. The other vests were good for other things, just athletic vests or whatever. This vest is made for travel, and it has a lot of pockets, and it's also made with sort of security in mind. And when you're walking around really crowded tourist areas, I feel that you need, if you're gonna wear a vest and put some personal items in there, you need inside pockets that have zippers that are a little bit more hidden than the outside pockets. Outside pockets, you could easily get pickpocketed. I have been pickpocketed before. I've also had many people attempt to pickpocket me in my earlier days of travel. Well, in all my days of travel. But when I was in my 20s, I was completely unaware of the pickpockets, and I fell victim to them. That's another story. So I don't really worry about pickpockets overall, but in crowded areas, I'm very aware that it could happen. And so I thought this vest might be something that I could wear that would help me be hands-free and still protected against pickpockets. This is an option if you're on an airplane, I think, and you are trying to do carry-on only traveling. I think this is a great option, especially if you're on a long flight where you don't want to have a large personal item with you. You might want to have a tiny personal item that you put under your seat so that you have some leg room so you could stretch out a bit. I know it's not great, but it's some bit of stretching out that you can do. The last time I flew, I had a carry-on that basically took up all the space under the seat in front of me. And that was great, except I couldn't really stretch into that space very well. And I'm 5'5", like 5'4" 3/4. So I can only imagine a bigger person who's taller and bigger, especially the taller ones, like trying to get comfortable in that space. I felt like I was like packed in like a sardine as it was. And it's called the Best Travel Vest for Women is what it says on their website. It's got 24 pockets altogether. It's got 10 on the exterior. I don't even know if I know where they all are. It's got 14 on the interior. And I don't think I would ever use all those pockets. That's a lot of pockets, but it gives you options on which pockets you want to use. Some of these pockets are larger and could really fit a lot of stuff in them. Like this pocket is really huge. On the outside, there's a really big one. And some of the pockets are just like smaller, like more cell phone size. They even consider, I think on this side, they have a pocket that this is really more for like just a pen, something like that. But they have big pockets on both sides, and like they take up a lot of space here. You can put a lot of stuff in there. I think one of these is even called a tablet pocket. You could put, an iPad or something like that in there. And then on the outside, the same thing. You have your like hand pockets like that, but you also have a pocket back here. And this one goes like way up like that. I believe that there's a pocket for a water bottle in here somewhere that holds onto it's got like a strap. There's the strap right there. It holds onto a water bottle inside. Pocket on the top. And then there's these little zippers on the side that kind of loosen if you want to loosen up. Then there's this pocket in the back. I don't know what I would ever put back there, but it's there if you want it. So there's just a lot of pockets. And if I was gonna wear this on the plane, I would put anything that I want to be able to get to in the plane, I would put in my pockets. On my last flight to Europe, I was having trouble. I was flying on Lufthansa. Those seats were so close together that sitting in the seat, if the person in front of you tilted their seat back especially, it was very difficult to get down to your personal item that was under the seat in front of you. Like I had a hard time getting my things out if I was sitting in the seat I couldn't, because the seat was so close to me in the front, I couldn't actually get down there to get things out. So if you're going to be on a discount carrier like that, and where you're really packed in tightly, having a vest like this can be good, because if you have your earphones and maybe your wallet and maybe your toothbrush, a couple of your items that you're going to use, like, you know, if you want to brush your hair and take your makeup off, there's a few things you could put in these pockets, and then you will not have to even try to get to your personal item. And I see that as being a good thing. I think it's great for that in the fall, winter, and spring. If I had to wear this in the summer, I'd probably die of heat. So I would not do something like this vest, not this particular one anyway, in the summer. It'd just be way too hot. And you can't just take it off wherever you're at, because then it's like, okay, what am I gonna do with it? So if you had a backpack with you, you could put it in the backpack, but you can't tie it around your waist. You can't say you're at a restaurant, you can't just sit it on your chair, because someone could just steal it off your chair. And if it's got like your passport and your wallet and your cell phone in it, then that would not be good. So you could wear it on your trip on days where the weather is cool enough that you know you're not going to take the jacket off. Hey, if you've learned anything from this video, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. Now, I don't recommend stuffing every pocket full of stuff to get on the plane with more stuff. I don't think you're going to be comfortable. Another time a vest like this comes in handy is if you are going to a site where they don't allow you to take in a bag or a backpack. You are kind of stuck, right? So what are you going to do with your essentials, like your passport and your money and things like that? So this is something you can wear inside museums, the mosques, any sort of destinations that you might go to where they say you cannot have a bag. Okay, some of the other features of this vest. It is very well made. It's very sturdy. It's a little bit on the heavy side, I'd say. It's got some weird little things in it. It's got for your keys. It's got this little guy for your glasses. It's got this sort of built-in little chamois in there. That's kind of nice. It's got a place for your cell phone and your charger to come. I guess if you have a cell phone charger, you can kind of weave it in here somewhere. There is an RFID pocket. I'm not really too concerned about RFID stuff. You can have an RFID wallet. I think you're way less likely to be scammed or skimmed. They call it skimming when they can get your information that way. I think that's way less more likely than actually being physically pickpocketed. There are several versions of this vest. There's a lighter weight option, there's a fleece option, there's different amounts of pockets depending on which one you get. This material dries very fast, so if you had to wash it, you could hang it up overnight and it'd be dry the next morning. One of the pros on this is there is a lot of storage and there are a lot of pockets. Maybe there's too much storage, maybe there are too many pockets. I mean, with 24 pockets, you're gonna have to probably pick and choose the ones you use, or you're just gonna lose your stuff. You're not gonna know, like, oh, which pocket did I put this or that in? You know, that, to me, that would drive me crazy. I would probably pick 4 or 5 pockets and that's it. That's what I would use. But it's great because it gives you versatility. You can choose which ones work for you and your items that you're bringing. So I think that's probably kind of a good thing, that there are so many that you can choose what you use. On the downside, this is kind of heavy and you're not going to want to wear it in the summertime if it's over 80 degrees outside. Possibly even over 75 or even maybe 70. It might be too warm. So this is really a fall, winter, spring item. The other thing is if you are out wearing it and if you have a little day pack with you as well, you could fold this up and put it inside there if you get too hot. But if you don't, if you just have this vest, you're stuck with it. You have to wear it. You cannot take it off, because especially if you have credit cards, cash, passport, things like that in there. So if you have those items maybe in a money belt that's hidden away, okay, you can hold it, I guess. But I would probably at least have a day pack with you, like a lightweight day pack that you could put it inside, maybe with your water bottle. A big negative on this vest is that it's kind of expensive. It was about $200, and I've seen it for a little more than that, a little less than that, depending on where you want to buy it from. It is an investment piece. I think it's well worth it. I bought it not thinking I was going to keep it. I was just going to try it out but I actually think it's great. There's nothing out there like it, at least that I've been able to find. So I'm keeping it. If you know of any other vests, please tell me in the comments. I would love to hear if there is something out there that is similar, but much less expensive. I think that's it. I think that's all my thoughts about this. So when I showed it to you in my last packing video, which I'll put up here somewhere, it was really just an option. I think this is a really good option at times, given the circumstances of your trip and the temperature and where you're going, and if it's going to be a crowded place where maybe you're worried about pickpockets. I think that there are times when this would come in really handy. All right, if you want to learn more about packing for the fall in Europe, or if you want to learn about packing in a personal item only, check out these links up here and we'll see you over there.